right, in our last bit of news, I thought this was really cool. We've never talked about this on the show, so I'll give some backstory. But the headline, SEGA is basically going to try to shut down the SUPERSEGA FPGA project. What is the SUPERSEGA? In Spain, there is a man named Alejandro Martin.
What's his name?
Alejandro Martin. Sorry, okay, Alejandro Martin. He is trying to make basically an all-in-one Sega console that can play Sega Genesis, Sega Master System, Sega Saturn, Sega Dreamcast. He's trying to make this big-ass like compilation system, calling it the SUPERSEGA, and he has made some sketchy-ass videos on the internet of it, quote-unquote, working. There's a lot of cuts in these videos. There's some questionable things in these videos, like the way he's dressed in a lab coat for some reason.
So this guy's a scammer.
He's a bit of a scammer. That's the consensus. Every angle of this thing, like every video that's shot, the angle is him kind of covering a lot of what he's working on in the front, and I don't know. It's very weird. And when he got blowback in that first video of them being cuts, his response was, "We are not video makers, so we don't know how to make videos." And he just, and he thought that he could
I broke my back.
He thought he could kind of win back the trust and trying to be legit. He then put out a video of him pulling up in a Lamborghini, and like it was, I don't know, it was just sketchy the way he got in and out of it. Like I don't know what that was all about. That could have been a rental for all I know. And yeah, he's just smoking cigarettes and like, I don't know, man. It's just a weird ass fucking thing that's going on here. And a lot of people that have been following this that I followed, like the way they talk about it, it's like, this looks just horrible. Like the presentation, there's no confidence in this guy. But I guess the thing that pushed it over the edge was he asked for money, Kickstarter money, and he got it. And now it's like, what's next? Well, I'll tell you what's next. Sega has finally been forced to kind of make a move, and I guess what they're
beautiful.
You love it. What they're trying to basically say is you cannot use the Sega name. Like it's our name. People are going to think that this is a product of ours, right? And it's not. So
of course.
They want him to quote unquote delete the SUPERSEGA name or change it somehow and destroy all the units. That's what they said to him. His response was something along the lines of, unless you want to pay for it, I'm not doing that, and we're going to continue with it.
That's tremendous.
Damn.
This is insane. He just basically said he's, until unless you want to pay for all the money that we took from the people, all the money that's gone into it already, we're going to keep going. So that's a weird threat.
Is this guy making a living off of this, or is he making, like, we're talking bank, like he's making millions with these?
So, backstory on the guy, he used to have a company, I forgot what it was called, but basically it tanked hard, and now he's back doing this. So I don't know dude's situation. But, it just seems like a scam artist. We talked a little bit about the Intellivision Amico when that was a thing and how much of a scam that was last year.
Not the Amico.
And this is giving similar vibes. Like, this guy is like just... He's a character, He's a character. So, we'll see. We're going to see how this is going to play out now. Because Sega... They're not like Nintendo. Like, Nintendo would have killed this guy a long time ago, but Sega...
Those lawyers would have been out there in 5 minutes of this shit being
Sega...
He went up to the hotel room. He never came back out.
We never saw him again. But Sega has a history of, like Christian Whitehead. He was someone that was making fan Sonic games, and then they hired him, and they made
Christian Whitehead.
He made Sonic Mania, right? So they hire these people. They try to work with these people sometimes. So they're cool, but they're not cool with this guy, especially after his response to the whole situation. So I think it's interesting. This is going to be another court drama to follow, and I'm all for it. So here we are.
You just want to see the world burn, son.
Stay tuned, and let's pick this up later on, I think. Just follow this saga.
I'm so down, yeah. If you guys like this video, be sure to check out the rest of the channel and consider subscribing. Go even further and subscribe to Podcast Fresh wherever you listen to your podcast for new episodes every week.